Today I am back at Discovery Green. But who is this with me? I have brought along a friend. His name is Jaren. And he, along with me, is also learning how to inline skate. He's doing quite well, actually. This is only the second or third time we've skated together. I just pretty much give him a rundown of certain things I have learned in my 6 or 7 months of consistent skating. I am using the same rollerblades, spirit blades that I have been using. At this point, the wheels are wearing down pretty badly, so gripping the concrete, tile, etc. is getting to be quite hard to turn. But that's just all in the learning experience, so. And getting on top of obstacles and jumping down can be a challenge too. Trying to make sure your foot doesn't just go sideways. Overall, I'm quite pleased with how this skate went. The tight maneuvers I am able to get into, and also the things that I've managed to do. So, what is my goal in this skate? My goal in this skate is to aggressively pick up speed and slow down as quick as I can and make the tightest turns that I can, because that's mainly what downtown is all about. And for the most part, see how far I can go on gravel trails such as this. Since these wheels are not that great, they do kind of drag through the dirt trails and gravel trails a little bit, but anything that I can roll on even for a split second, I'm going to do. Just a swing around this pole, around the corner, I take off, and I hear a noise, so I do stop to check out what it is. Then I realize that we've knocked something over. So we politely apologize to the man, pick it back up, and screw it back on and snap it into place, and we are on our way. And he was quite pleasant, and he was kind too, so we just head on our way. We are leaving Discovery Green Park right now, heading into a hotel area, and we pass that and we go from corner to corner exploring downtown. Some of the buildings over here are pretty high. We are not necessarily in the deepest part of downtown. That is one of my future skates I hope to go to. I have been to this park by myself before. I have recently uploaded a video on Discovery Green, so this is not my first time being at this park, or this downtown area for that matter. I want to learn how to maneuver better on tiles such as this. Sometimes I give Jaren the option of taking the lead just to see what is going through his head. And actually, right here, he actually makes a good maneuver I had never even thought about before. He turns with his front wheel, and I've always used that front wheel just to stop. So that is a different technique I have actually learned from him. It just goes to show that you can learn from each other, no matter your experience. Right here we're waiting at a stoplight and waiting for the cars to clear, and then we can take off as soon as we are capable of taking off. I do notice whenever my wheels wear down to the extent they are, jumping and feeling the impact a little more because there's less rubber on the wheels. It always helps when you have plenty of rubber on your wheels. But I am determined to wear these wheels down to the plastic. I am not going to trash them or throw them away in any degree. To my right, they were kayaking in a small pond, racing back and forth in an area no bigger than 100 feet. That was pretty interesting to see downtown. This also is a water fountain. It looks like water was coming out of it recently because the inner side is wet, so we make sure we stay on the outside so that we do not slip and fall. This here is a rubber mat. Just finished crossing over. Here in Houston, it is getting out of the 3 digits. It is not being as hot as it used to be, so right now it's probably a good 90 degrees, maybe less. It was 105 a couple of days ago. So it is cooling down, which makes for an easier skate. A much more exciting skate, and you sweat less because of the humidity. The humidity is always there, but it's a little less whenever it starts to cool down. Oh, hi Jaren, how are you? It's always fun to skate with a buddy. And there's always things you can learn from them. There's things that they can learn from you. It's just an interaction. Whenever I'm skating with a buddy like this, I don't wear any headphones because I want to have good communication at all times. At this point, I do come to a abrupt stop because I saw the dog. And Jaren keeps going.
Sorry, man.
But he manages to stop.
Yeah, I'm always cautious when I see dogs, man.
We kind of laugh it off. But yeah, I don't really trust dogs too much. When I see a dog, I stop because most of the time the owner is not paying attention and the dog will make a maneuver and the owner cannot keep up. There's some things you want to do whenever you skate, even whenever you go back to review the video. You're like, oh, I should have skated here. I should have skated there. And then you get back out to skate, and you see those areas you could have went to. But a lot of times when you're actually out there, you are too exhausted. I guess it just depends on how long you've been out there, the time of day, what you're skating in. Which brings me back to the wheels. For me, I am rolling in these wheels, which are 80A hardness. And 80A hardness does not set well with how much I weigh, which is 194 pounds. I think I should be rolling in 85 or 86A, meaning harder wheels. If I have harder wheels, I'm going to go faster. They are not going to stick to the concrete, and they will not get stuck in the asphalt. The only disadvantage to harder wheels would be slippage. For people that are not as tall or does not weigh as much, they might slip on harder wheels easier because they won't grip the concrete as much. Whereas softer wheels will grip the concrete, but softer wheels will actually wear down quicker too. These wheels are good for what I'm doing right now, but they will wear down a lot quicker. That was good practice, actually. It's one thing to go out and skate these trails by myself, but it's another thing to bring a buddy along with you. Someone that you can talk to, someone that you can show what you've learned. You know, I mean, that is the point, right? Not only to exercise, but to explore and show others too. Increase the inline skaters in the Houston city. We are being overwhelmed by skateboarders. Nothing against skateboarders.
What's this place? Huh? So what's this place?
This is actually a pretty interesting atmosphere. It's a little nicer of the areas. I think it's relatively new. Just another area to inline skate and explore. I'm still not quite comfortable with stairs, so I do take a lot of handicap ramps, which is kind of ironic, as I am anything but handicap right now. It's like, oh, what's that ramp for? Oh, those are for handicapped and inline skaters. I don't know why I picked the tightest areas to skate. I don't know what you would call this technique, where you would have one foot on the ground and pedal with the other. I like using it a lot. I've seen Bill Stopper do it a couple of times. It's good for tight areas. Unnecessary tight areas, because there's obviously a wide area right next to me. There goes another handicap ramp. There are Christmas lights up, and it is not even Christmas. So I guess at this point they're not called Christmas lights. I guess they just would be called lights. Here's some fake grass to my right. I do not touch the fake grass. I tried to respect property to the best of my degree. And I have managed to go down 2 stairs. That is my first stair roll I've ever done. I am very pleased. Little celebration. That perked me up a little bit. I wonder if I wear the harder wheels, will I be able to power slide easier opposed to the softer wheels. And that trip right there is for being not overconfident, but let's just put it this way. You never want to halfway do anything. The second you halfway or sluggishly do anything, you are going to get hurt. So, when in doubt, chicken out. Because the concrete hurts. And gravity does not go upward.
Watch light rail.
These are probably the more complicated bricks to skate over. There are more lines that your wheels can get caught into. These bricks are more preferable because the lines go in different directions. Here I am experimenting again with some success. That behind me was a light rail. That is fairly new in Houston. It's only been there for the last 10, 12 years, maybe longer. I remember when they first put that light rail, every car in the city was hitting it. Nobody was used to it. It does seem to be getting darker. I am going to put on some motivational music, and here is the music right here. So this would be coming to the end of our skate, and we have managed to find a bicycle trail to which we pretty much started off on before we went out of the park. It was a very interesting skate. I do enjoy skating with a buddy such as Jaren. He's a very good support. The skate was a little bit of a slower pace than what I'm used to. We do decide to head back because it is getting dark, and downtown is not an area you want to be at whenever it is dark or alone. So
Hey, let's go.
we discuss right here that it is better for us to go ahead and go, and we are off. I thank everybody for watching, you inline skaters. Stay tuned in for next time for my next YouTube video, and enjoy and continue inline skating and never stop. Adventures await the inline skating community.